We are halfway through the month of July. Today we'll be discussing sneakers to resell in the remainder of the month. If you're not into reselling, that is okay as well. You can use this guide to know what are going to be the most hyped sneakers, the most limited, or even what popular general releases may potentially go on sale because hey, we're all trying to save some money. Specifically, we'll be discussing the name of the sneaker, the retail, the release date, and whether the sneaker will be profitable or not, or they may even sit on shelves resulting in a sale price. Feel free to subscribe and enable post notifications. This way, you're always 100% updated on all these profitable releases. Also, be sure to follow my Twitter for urgent updates and info, KeithAdam10, and also personals for you, such as the recent shock drops we have been seeing. Starting off the second half of July, the Dunk High Laser Blue will be dropping on July 13th for $115. Despite this colorway being very similar to a UNC colorway, the demand still is not super high. However, there does appear to be room for lunch money with the subpar margin nonetheless. Also on the 13th for $110, the Dunk Low Teal Zeo will be dropping. Demand on these is pretty solid, and it's looking like they'll be profitable in all sizes with at least a decent margin and a very good margin on sizes 10 and up. And just a note in general, always assume large sizes will perform the best unless I do specify otherwise. Also on the 13th for $220, the Kerwin Frost Micro Bounce will be dropping in two colorways. At this retail, unfortunately it appears there is insufficient demand for profitability, personal only for these, and really not surprising. Then on the 14th for $225, the Jordan 2 Mason Chateau Rogue will be dropping. Unfortunately, these have already bricked for the most part following the Europe drop. While there was some demand, the retail is just too high to leave any sort of profit, so personal only when it comes to these. Also on the 14th for $140, the Jordan 1 Zoom Comfort Fire Red will be dropping in Europe. Despite pre-sale being high currently, demand still appears to be rather low, just like the recent Jordan 1 Zoom Comforts. I don't expect these to be any different. At best, maybe you can make a little bit of lunch money with a very poor margin in the large sizes, but otherwise, these are mostly just personals as well. Also on the 14th, a few retailers such as Foot Locker and Finish Line might be dropping the Dunk High Athletic Club, but unfortunately these already bricked as well. The demand just is not there on this colorway. Personal only when it comes to these. Also on the 14th for $125, the Dunk High New York Mets will be dropping. Because of that slightly elevated retail, at best I'd only expect lunch money with a poor margin on these in large sizes. On the other hand though, also on the 14th for $115, the Dunk Low Phillies will be dropping. These certainly have good demand and should be profitable with a very good margin. Then on the 15th for $200, the New Balance 990 V3 Raw Amethyst will be dropping. While New Balance demand has been on the rise in general, I don't see this colorway in particular carrying notable demand. I'd say personal only when it comes to these. Also on the 15th for $100, the Dunk Low Racer Blue Grade School will be releasing in the US. Expect these to remain profitable with a good margin, mostly in sizes 5 and above. Also on the 15th for $130, the Jordan 1 Low Flies Biohack will be dropping. There does appear to be some demand on these, but nothing very notable. At best, I'd only expect lunch money with a poor margin in large sizes. Also on the 15th for $190 each, we have two colorways dropping of the Air Max 1 Penny Social Status Recess collaboration. Based off how the prior pairs of these Air Penny 1s performed, I would expect at least lunch money with the subpar margin on these, so definitely something to keep your eye out on for a sleeper cook. Moving on though, on the 16th for $140, the Jordan 1 KO White Light Gray will be dropping in Europe. Based off typical Jordan 1 KO performance and the current demand on these, I'd say these are mostly just personals. Now, jumping to the 19th for $115, the Dunk High Australia will be dropping in the US. At best, I'm only expecting lunch money with a poor margin in sizes 10 and up. And the same goes for the Dunk High Knicks, which is also dropping on the 19th for $115, just lunch money with a poor margin in sizes 10 and up. But then, also on the 19th for $130 in men and 110 in grade school, the Dunk Low Jackie Robinson will finally be dropping. Expect these to be very profitable with an incredible margin in all men's sizes, full throttle without a doubt, and still even a good margin in the grade school sizes as well. Then on the 20th, for $110, the Dunk Low Photon Dust Summer White will be dropping in Europe. Large sizes 10 and up have potential for lunch money with a subpar to decent margin, but nothing too significant. Moving on to the 21st, the New Balance 2002 R Brian Gilles will be dropping. I'm honestly not too sure about these at all. I'm sure from the collaboration alone, it'll garner some demand, but this design in itself really I can't see carrying much, but we will see as they are uploaded to StockX soon, and we see what bids are looking like, but I'm really not sure about these. I don't know retail yet either, but I'm assuming it'll probably be around $220 or so, and the same goes for the slip-on version. I'm really skeptical of these in general, but you know how some collaborations could be where they randomly end up being profitable because they're super limited. We'll have to see. Since it is New Balance, unlike Nike, I do not have the stock for these, so I'll try to keep you guys updated. More exciting on the 21st, though, the Travis Scott Cactus Jack Jordan 1 Low Reverse Mocha will finally be dropping for $150. When it comes to these are evidently big bricks you'll want to sleep in unless you do plan on building a house or so, but no, obviously these will be extremely profitable with an incredible margin. You're going to want to go full throttle without a doubt on these. Lastly, for the 21st, the Union Cortez should be dropping in 2 colorways as well, so if you're actually looking to build a house, these might be for you. I would only expect these to do slightly worse than the other colorways, so mainly just personals, unless you can manage to sell them extremely quickly, especially with Union's high shipping cost. Then on the 23rd, for $170, the Jordan 1 Nostalgia will be dropping. At best, you could make a little bit of lunch money off local sales in large sizes if you have no tax, otherwise personals only. So again, this would be an ideal resource if you're intending on building a house. Then on the 25th, for $60 each, the Yeezy Slide Onyx, Sand, and Resin will all be restocking. All should remain very profitable with a great margin, full throttle on all of them thanks to that lovely, very low retail. Then on the 26th, for $110, the Dunk Low Golden Moss will be dropping in Europe. Surprisingly, these actually do seem to have some demand, so I would expect sizes 10 and up to hold up for lunch money with a subpar margin, but not too much more than that. Then on the 29th, for $210, the Jordan 8 Yellow Taxi will be dropping. Personal only when it comes to these, like most Jordan 8s. In fact, you might even be able to find these for below retail in the secondary market. And the same goes for the Jordan 3 Desert Elephant, which drops on the 30th for $200. Unfortunately, the demand just is not there for this colorway, understandably so. And lastly, for July, everybody's favorite, the Off-White Air Force 1 BKM Green Spark. While yes, official images have loaded, there is still some time before the drop, so don't quite freak out yet. Of course, as I said before, the precise date and time will be in Endurance, and I am going to try my best to do a small restock sometime before the drop. Just make sure you are following the Endurance Twitter for updates. Obviously, these will be extremely profitable, just like the MCA and ICA pair, so full throttle when it comes to these. Make sure you do watch my How to Cop guide if you have not already, because there is potentially going to be up to 4 drops for these. While not all 4 of those drops are confirmed, I still strongly suggest for preparing for all 4 of those. So with that, make sure you are subscribed and enable post notifications. This way you stay 100% updated on all these hyped releases. You could also be free to check out the links in the description below for reliable, fast residential proxies. Furthermore, you can feel free to follow Endurance on Twitter for updates on the next restock or a key giveaway, and the same goes for Gargantua if you want to keep up with the progress or restocks. Last but not least, make sure to follow Keith Adam 10 and Personals for you. This way you guys stay updated on all urgent info like I was discussing today. With that though, I will see you guys later. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and of course, good luck on all these upcoming releases.